Hi, my love. Thank you for allowing me to connect with you today. This is going to be your new moon reading. Just so you know, the new moon readings, the new moon energy is 2 weeks, the way I see it. So we're looking at the next 2 weeks up until the full moon. And so this is what's going to be your mode of focus, what you should be looking at, maybe some struggles that might be coming up. But we're looking at the whole 2 weeks, okay? Okay, so I just heard Spirit say freedom. Let me tune in. Let me see. They're saying freedom, and they were showing me a dolphin, like swimming through in and out of the water freely. So the water can maybe symbolize your emotion state, your emotional state. Maybe you're looking for freedom from your emotions lately. Seeking the truth. So I don't know, love, if there was maybe something that happened, or there is maybe there's a question that you have within yourself lately of wanting to seek the truth of a situation, or maybe the integrity of a person. But I feel like Spirit is almost kind of saying you need freedom away from that detachment, okay? We have family coming up for you. We have clarity. We have inner strength. I love it. So to me, the family card is coming, it's giving me 2 vibrations. The first vibration is needing to step away from certain grasps that family members have on you. Okay. There's a lot of, like strict, kind of like stricter rules, I guess is the feeling I'm getting. You need to learn to stand alone. So Spirit is saying standing alone, having independence, and they're actually showing me the energy of putting their hand on your lower back. Okay. So they want you to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. And this could be also the detachment of family members. Okay. Certain family members that maybe are hindering your growth. Okay. Now the other thing that was coming up with family is, perhaps this clarity, the clarity card that's coming up, or the seeking the truth, which is what Spirit was telling me. It could revolve around a family member perhaps, or it could be the family doing that of you. Okay. It could go both ways. It's kind of hard to say, but I'm here to deliver the message. You interpret it the way it's supposed to be for you. So the clarity card coming up in your core reading, this is indigo energy, which is the third eye. And your third eye is your intuition. This is your intuition, your vibe, your connection, your psychic connection. And so the next 2 weeks, I'm seeing that you are really utilizing needing to put away your mind. Okay. Shut off the mind and focus on your third eye and look through and trust the third eye. Okay. So by that, I'm saying put the mind at rest and allow yourself to intuitively guide yourself, seeking answers through your psyche. Okay. Don't overthink situations. Don't allow your ego to get the better of you. Trust your intuition and then make actions accordingly. And then we also have inner strength coming up, which is another theme I see coming up for the next 2 weeks. Is like I said, your own personal power. So I feel like Spirit wants you to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Spirit wants you to be more independent. And I do feel like that family card came up. They're showing it as needing to being in a healthy way, but healthily. I don't even know if that's a word, but healthily, I'm just going to use it anyway, to detach yourself from the family and not using it in a negative manner, okay? Because your family is your family, but sometimes we need to love our family from a distance versus allowing them to be and have a say in every little thing that we do in our life, okay? So having that boundary is important. So I feel like the next 2 weeks, that is what you should be focusing on. Let's pull cards on that. So we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. I guarantee there is hesitation for that. Maybe you're nervous to detach from family or to kind of go your own way. Maybe you've been so used to being told what to do, or used to being under someone's microscope that it's difficult for you to free yourself. So maybe that's why I was seeing freedom. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is kind of saying like you're going to have to, literally the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. These cards are kind of saying you're going to have to literally find your own way around. You're going to have to either rebuild, reconstruct your, literally the shape of your life without these other people involved. You know, you got to reshape your own independence is what I'm seeing. The Ten of Wands in reverse is telling me though, the process will be fast and the process will not be as challenged as the Ten of Wands upright would have been. Okay. So normally I don't read reversals, but I'm going to do it for this because for some reason I feel like I need to. But I feel like it's like if you were thinking that if you're afraid of detaching yourself from people, rules, living a lifestyle that might be, you know, more appealing for you, but it may not be what other people want of you, the process will feel better. It's gonna take a lot of stress off your back. A lot. We got to get you to to have your own strength. So for the next 2 weeks, and this is something it's going to take a while. Like, I'm not saying within the next 2 weeks, you're going to miraculously like change your whole life and be more independent. I mean, you can work your way towards that, but don't put that timeline on you. Like, don't expect yourself to have this amazing change and transformation in just 2 weeks. Like, give yourself the time. It's going to take time. But in this 2 week process, it would be good for you to start doing that. Oh, I pulled trust again. So I just pulled this one for another client. So again, the vibration of trusting the process, trusting what spirit has to say, what the messages that they have been revealing to you, trusting that, you know, everything is going to be okay. I freaking love though, and I just noticed it, that the nest, we have the nest here. We have an individual who's kind of like cocooned in this bubble egg, but we also have the little duckling who's looking at her like, why are you in my home? That's my mommy. So I feel like for you, this is trusting that if you fly the nest, you leave the home, you separate from family, you separate from rules and expectations that maybe you've had on you for quite some time, the process will be fulfilling. I love that the individual, the woman in this clear egg, she's naked. To me, it's a rebirth. Okay, so I see that as a rebirth for yourself. That's beautiful. I didn't catch that for the previous client, so that's how I know. Pulling the same card and then getting a different message for you is like, that's what spirit wants you to know. Okay, so I also pulled self-love, which goes hand in hand with inner strength. When you love yourself enough to give yourself the kind of life that you know you need, and to separate yourself from people that you still love. I mean, I'm not going to say you don't love your family, but it's just, there's sometimes we have to separate ourselves from some people, even if we do love them so much, because we need to grow, okay? So love yourself to that point where you do that for yourself. Oh, and then we have the faith card. Having faith that this is all going to happen. This is all happening for a reason. Having faith that these struggles that you may be going through, the uncertainties that you may be having are all happening for a reason. That's a beautiful message. Let's pull on a future outlook of this situation. If you do dare to, you know, take action. Ooh, we have a King of Wands. King of Wands is like just all about being completely connected with the creation, your creative aspect. You're on top of the world kind of thing. You're in control. We have a Knight of Cups in reverse. To me, this is kind of saying be careful of whom you trust to explore or to pour out your heart and soul to. The reversal is kind of saying maybe sometimes it's best to keep certain feelings in, especially through this process when things might be shaky with family or whoever this doesn't even have to be family. Maybe this is someone who's super close to you and you look at them as a brother or a sister or a mother or a father figure, okay? But understand that maybe sometimes not expressing everything that's going on in your mind and your heart with these people, that's a form of disconnect. So you're not necessarily physically moving away from them. Maybe you're emotionally disconnecting, okay? So I wish you all the best, my love. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. I hope that this reading touched base with you. I hope it resonated. If you have any questions, please email me. And anyone who's watching the new moon readings are no longer available. This was just a temporary flash sale that I was offering, but we will see what pops up next month. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, loves.